Well, hello, Finovate. I'm Matt. This is my co-founder, Greg. We are from SocietyOne. We are Australia's first fully compliant peer-to-peer lender. We service prime borrowers looking for personal loans and a real bank alternative. Since we launched, we have an average loan value of $20,000 and we have an average loan term of 2.2 years. Now, because we own our own banking-grade peer-to-peer lending platform, a platform that in a previous life has run more than $1 billion in consumer loan portfolios through it and cost Greg here his youthful good looks, we are able to bring some pretty serious innovation to the category. What sort of innovation? Well, how about a personal loan on your phone in 3 minutes? Today we're going to demo the Smart Loan application. It is an integrated, patent-pending loan application, credit assessment, and underwriting engine. And it connects through our service layer into the ClearMatch technology platform. That enables us to offer a borrower like Greg a loan on his phone in 3 minutes. Let me quickly step back and give you guys some context for the problem we're trying to solve here. The problem we're trying to solve is we kept hearing that mobility is the future of banking. We kept hearing that Bank 3.0 is going to somehow live on a phone. We kept hearing there's 500 million consumers with smartphones in Asia. And yet, Greg and I, who sometimes do tend to get confused about issues, we're really struggling to understand how can it be so difficult to get a loan on a phone? Now, how difficult is it? Well, Greg and I did a little time trial where we both tried at 3 banks to get a personal loan. The first bank to come back, having started the loan application on the phone, took 3 days to give us an answer. Then it took 4 days to get contracts in place and another 5 days to get the funds actually into our account. Greg and I thought, if the phone is the future of banking, someone's going to have to build a better way to get a loan on a phone. So, let me introduce the SocietyOne Smart Loan application. Now, I'm going to assume, given this audience, that it's within everyone's competence to be able to download an application and register. So let's skip over that, and Greg's now actually just going to log on. So Greg logs on, and he is presented with an invitation to go ahead and commence the application. Greg, we've only got a few minutes here, dude. Let's step it up. Good, hit borrow. Good job, Greg. So now, we are confronted with 2 simple things Greg needs to do. He needs to give us some basic information, and he needs to link his bank accounts to the application. Greg, go ahead and click the terms and conditions. Let's get started. Now, as Greg scrolls through and provides some information that's required for the application, you guys will all appreciate that taking a paper-based, largely manual, multi-step, multi-day loan origination, credit decisioning, loan contracting process and shrinking it into 3 minutes and putting it on a phone, you know, that requires some serious inventiveness. The first thing we did is we did away with the 75 fields typically associated with a traditional loan form. 75 fields, gone, shrunken down into 5, which Greg has now completed and should go ahead and press submit. The application then says, Greg, congratulations, you now need to link your bank accounts. Now here Greg has 2 choices. He could go ferret around in his emails, he could go and contact the bank and ask for bank statements, or he could connect through an entirely secure Yodlee backend to give SocietyOne read-only one-time access to 3 months of transactional bank statements. Wisely, Greg has chosen to go ahead and do just that. He is now linking his transactional bank data to the application. In the background, the ClearMatch platform that I talked about is going to set up to run 100 or so automated checks of Greg's transactional bank data to determine, first, is Greg someone who has the capacity to pay? Secondly, what sort of loan quantum is Greg going to be able to repay should he make a loan? In the background, it's also doing a bunch of things like know your customer checks, etc., etc. So Greg has now linked his bank accounts. Congratulations, Greg. Go ahead and press apply. One final step here before Greg's loan application can be posted into our marketplace for investors to come and bid on Greg's loan. We now go and check Greg's credit file. Greg is authorizing us to go and check his credit rating to confirm there's nothing in that that should prevent us listing Greg's loan in the marketplace. Well, congratulations, Greg, your loan is listed. And ladies and gentlemen, if Greg is smiling, you'll have to forgive him because he's just had a pretty amazing experience. 12 people have come and underwritten Greg's loan. I mean, this is pretty empowering. Greg hasn't sat there waiting for 3 days while some faceless credit function determines whether Greg is in fact worthy of a loan, and if so, at what rate they will give him a loan. Instead, 12 real people have come and said, Greg, you're a good guy, I want to underwrite your loan. Fantastic. And it happened right here on his phone. Now, what's really impressive is behind the scenes, how did that happen? ClearMatch platform, it turns out, has had a group of investors come and pre-bid. So they've set up auto bidding on their accounts, which means that a qualifying loan, like Greg's, that meets predefined criteria, will automatically trigger them to bid on a loan. They determine what amount they want to bid, and they determine at what rate. Greg, go ahead and do that. Look at that loan. It's all very exciting. Greg's feeling very empowered, but Greg, we need to get on with it. So Greg now decides to finalise that loan. Here is the final step. Greg now sets some parameters that determine the contract that we are going to auto-generate from the ClearMatch platform. So Greg goes ahead and decides what quantum of loan does he actually want. He was approved up to 11,000. He's chosen 9,000. He's now setting what payment frequency he wants on the loan, how monthly, weekly, etc. He's now connecting, for direct debit purposes, the bank account through which he will make those repayments. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the moment of truth. By accepting those terms and conditions and finalising the loan, Greg now has 12 people's investment funds from their trust account is flowing to Greg's linked bank account, all in 3 minutes on his phone. We think that's a much better way to get a loan. We think it's the future of mobile banking, and we'd love to talk to you a little bit more about that, excuse me, at our stand, or come check us out at SocietyOne.com. Thank you.